Everything's ready, y'all. We're gonna be cooking this swamp soup today. You're not gonna wanna miss this one, y'all, at all. This stuff smells amazing. Buttermilk cornbread over some rice. Y'all stay tuned. The viral swamp soup, that's what we're gonna be making. One pot swamp soup, y'all. We're gonna have one red onion because that's what I had. We're gonna have one red bell pepper. This is my version of it. You need to be using the Margaret Holmes canned vegetables, at least the turnip greens, the seasoned turnip greens, the seasoned, we couldn't find exactly everything. So it's this is the field peas and snaps. And this is the seasoned turnips. This is the tomato, okra, and corn because she couldn't find just the tomato and okra, and some Walmart navy beans because we couldn't find the Margaret Holmes seasoned navy beans. I am going to be adding a few extra things with the onions and peppers, and we got the Conecuh original sausage. This is like my second go-to sausage other than our Marbells, which is made locally. So let's get this chopped up. One pot, y'all. Super easy. Fall is coming here in Southwest Mississippi. Not really, but we're going to cook it anyway. So let's get this sausage cut up. All right, so just get your sausage chopped up, sliced up. I like to do mine at a 45-degree angle. It makes it just look like bigger pieces of sausage. Gives it a very, very pretty look. That's just the way I do it. We got our pan heated up. I'm gonna turn it back on up to high where I had it at. I got a piece of onion on there. So let's get this thing up. Get your sausage browning. While it's browning, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna chop up the onion and bell pepper, and we're just gonna get them in there as well. And we're just gonna cook the onions, bell pepper, and sausage all together. Get them good and soft. You know, they don't have to be, they just need to be a little translucent. They don't have to be like all browned up unless you want to. And if you wanna cook them down more, then cook them down. But we're just gonna be shooting for just a tender crisp vegetable is what we're after. It's all gonna cook in the soup anyway. And this is a really, really fun, easy, if you like turnips, you like peas, mix up some cornbread. You could eat this over rice. You could actually eat this over rice and make it go even further than just a soup if you wanted to. That to me would be really good. Eating it kind of like black-eyed peas or just some kind of bean, because it's going to have all the beans in it. So we're going to get this browned up real quick. We're going to get our veggies chopped up, and once we get to where we start adding everything else, we're going to add in our granulated onion, granulated garlic, salt and black pepper, and some chicken bouillon. So we're going to kind of jazz this one up a little bit more than the one that you probably saw, the viral swamp soup recipes. This one's going to have a little bit more stuff in it. So let me get these veggies chopped and then we'll get them in. So we're going to get this kind of stirred and get that sausage cooking, let that grease start coming out. And we're going to get our onion and our pepper chopped up and go ahead and get them in there. So you just chop that as small or as big as you would like. The smaller you chop them, the less you're going to see it. You can definitely use a white onion for this because, I mean, I had a red and I needed to get rid of it. So that's what I was doing. So that's what we're going to do. Use it up. You can use whatever color bell pepper you want. You can just, whatever. Green, yellow, orange. I had red and yellow, which is a little sweeter. Plus, it'll kind of, it'll just make it look pretty is all. And like I said, this is a one pot, super easy. It doesn't have to cook very long. You won't have to stand over, in the kitchen if you're busy. But when it gets cooler and you're looking for that nice, warm your belly up soup, this is going to be a good one for you. Like I said, make some cornbread, some Mexican cornbread, some regular cornbread, it doesn't matter. whatever you like with your turnip greens is all you need. All right, we're gonna add in a whole clove of garlic, or a whole head of garlic if you want to call it that. So we're just gonna smash it. We'll get it all peeled. You don't even have to really cut it up. I'm just gonna do a rough chop through it once we get all the peelings off. And we're gonna really be jazzing these up. We want that flavor to really just jump out at us, you know. That's what the flavor profile, you wanna bring it in heavy. Get that good flavored turnip soup taste all married together. So we're just gonna rough chop the garlic. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to get that garlic flavor throughout. So just give it a little rough chop. And we're gonna get it all in there. It's gonna make everything taste and smell so good. And then we're gonna also add in our potatoes. And we're gonna go ahead and let the potatoes and everything else cook in this little bit of putting these onions and stuff in. That's one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just about cook all the grease. There's not a lot of grease in here at all. So we're letting all those veggies cook with that grease. Get that garlic off of me. And we're gonna stick these potatoes in. Got a little bit of water in them. We're gonna put the potatoes in. So we're gonna kind of saute the potatoes down with the sausage, with the onions, bell peppers, and garlic for about 5 to 10 minutes. As much as you wanna do it, just to try to get them potatoes just to start cooking a little bit. Before we start pouring all of our canned stuff in, I'm gonna stick in about a half of a stick of butter. Like I said, now this one's gonna be jazzed up. So we're gonna be jazzing this one on up and just giving it some really good flavor. You can go ahead at this point and you can go ahead and stick your chicken bouillon in. And we're gonna start off with a big spoon. We're just gonna do one big spoon for now. And then we're gonna get it all mixed up. We're gonna let that butter melt, get all on them potatoes, and then we're gonna add everything in. All right, so we're gonna add about a tablespoon of my mixture of seasoning, which is granulated garlic, granulated onion, salt, and black pepper. I don't go heavy on the salt, so it's not that salty. We probably will add more salt later, maybe. If the sausage had plenty of salty flavor in it, then we won't worry about it. I'm gonna also stick in a little bit of dried parsley for color. And then we're gonna start dumping everything in. So we're gonna get the turnips. We've got all the potatoes in. So we got 2 cans of turnips. So just dump them all in there, juice and all. You can keep a can if you need to get some more water. Now this is gonna make a lot. This is gonna make a big, huge pot. This is the seasoned one, so it has the bacon pieces in it. Let's get these stirred down, just like so. We've got the okra. This is the okra, tomatoes, and corn, because we couldn't find just the okra and tomatoes. We got our rotel. So this is just some Walmart green chilies, tomatoes and green chilies. You need all of that for the liquid for soup now, so just keep pouring it in there. And it's gonna be a pot full. 1 can of navy beans and all the little juice. If you get the seasoned ones, that's great. You'll be able to freeze so much of this, unless you're feeding if you're feeding a lot of people, then yeah, this is gonna feed a lot of people. All right, so let's get that stirred down a little bit. And now I've got 2 cans of the seasoned field peas with snaps. All the juice and all the peas. This is what my wife found instead of the black-eyed peas. The black-eyed peas, the seasoned black-eyed peas, they didn't have. And I know this looks crazy, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. So get it all dumped together and get it all stirred together. And then we're gonna let it come to a little boil, and we're gonna let it simmer while and we'll cook our cornbread and whatever we're gonna eat it with in a little bit later. This is why I said you could eat this with rice. Ooh, I spilled it on me. I spattered. But y'all, and I think I'm gonna add just a little bit. We're gonna add just a little bit of water. So I'm gonna get a measuring cup since I threw my cans away. We're gonna get a couple more cups of water. We gotta make sure, I'm not gonna fill it all the way up, but we gotta make sure we got enough liquid, and then we will taste it. We'll do all of our tasting after it has simmered to see if we're gonna need, because I can tell as big as this is, we're probably gonna need some more seasoning. So use some Cajun seasoning, salt, black pepper, whatever you want in here. Just feel free to go crazy with your seasoning and make it taste like you're used to. And that's it. Now we're gonna bring it up to a little boil and let it simmer for at least probably 30 minutes until all the potatoes are good. The longer it simmers, the better it's gonna get, y'all. The swamp soup's coming along really good, y'all. We're gonna cook some rice. Told y'all we were gonna be doing this a little bit different. So we're gonna cook a little bit of jasmine rice, y'all, and we're gonna eat this over some jasmine rice. I love jasmine rice. I love how pungent, and it has that just different taste to it. I really like it a lot. And down here in the South, you know, we like our rice and gravies and stuff. And this swamp soup, y'all, having all of these beans and potatoes, and I tasted it already, and it smells amazing. That Kaneka sausage is coming through. This stuff's gonna be really good on those beans, y'all. So we're gonna cook the rice on the stove. Rice is really, really easy to cook on the stove, y'all. If you feel like you can't. You saw me put those 2 cups in here. There's just the 2 cups from my rice cooker. I'm gonna fill the water up right to that first little knuckle line with me just touching the top of the rice. Just do touch the top of the rice, fill it up with water until that water gets right there to that, gets close to that first knuckle line on your finger. Salt, a little bit, about 2 or 3 teaspoons of olive oil, stir it up and bring it to a boil, simmer it on a pretty good boil for about 10 minutes, cut it off and let it sit for at least another 15 minutes. Perfect rice every time. Everything's ready, y'all. This stuff smells amazing. Buttermilk cornbread over some rice. All right, so we fixed to get us, I did opt to do the jasmine rice, y'all. So we're gonna get us a little rice. Get us a little bit of rice. That jasmine rice smells so good. I just felt like this would be really good over rice. Y'all, look at this stuff. Y'all, look at that. All them greens, potatoes. And one of the reasons that I really did want to, and it's got all this juice, y'all. Oh my goodness. I just felt like it was going to be so good. I tasted that juice and I was like, golly. All right, so we're going to dip us a couple bowls here. One for me, one for Melissa. We can probably invite the kids over to eat because she'll like hers to cool. And we got the cornbread. Golly, y'all. But I had found something. I remember eating some, my mom called it chow chow. Mom used to call it chow chow. I'm going to give Melissa some more juice here. And I found some cowboy relish. One of our viewers had sent me some cowboy relish from Montana. And I have been wanting to try this stuff. So I'm really fisting to put it on top of this. And we're going to get that cornbread. And I just think it's going to be really good. I'm going to put me some right on top. Right on the side right there. So we got a little bit of that cowboy relish. And we're gonna get a piece of cornbread out. Buttermilk cornbread, y'all. Super, super good. So we're gonna put our little cornbread on top. Let that cornbread is so fluffy. Yeah, I just got it out, so it's really hot. It's really hot, so that's why it's kind of falling apart. I'm gonna get my wife's, set hers right here on top. And you can see, I just broke it up. I'm gonna be dipping it, I just should have got a fork. A fork would just work better. Cut that out. So we're just going to give her a little piece. That'll be good for her right there. And we're going to let it cool. And I'm just going to put the fork in that. So y'all, swamp soup. Swamp soup's going to be, y'all, it smells amazing. Smells absolutely amazing. You can make you some Mexican cornbread. This is just some good buttermilk cornbread. We're going to get us a little bite. Get us some of that juice. Some of that cornbread. Y'all, they were definitely telling the truth about this. You'll make this fall. You'll make this multiple times this winter for a really good soup. Y'all. Swamp soup over some jasmine rice with some good old buttermilk cornbread for the win, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video, y'all. Come back anytime in our Bickhams kitchen, right here with the Bickhams. Come hang out with us. I hope you enjoy our videos. If you do, please give us a thumbs up, give us a share, comment, let us know if you've had this before and if you like it and how you changed it up, because this is my little version of this, and I hope you'll come back with us anytime. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so you'll know when I have a new video come out, and we will see you on the next video. Bye, y'all.